Hi. So after 3-4 days of observation of the war going on in Middle East between United States of America, Israel and Iran, today we will analyze what has happened and what our analysis shows that where it can go now from here. So what we have seen in past at least 4 days, it is a bad dream for United States of America. And I have used a term multiple number of times vis-a-vis Russia in Ukraine war that we are not impressed or we were not impressed by the performance of Russian military. And today the same words, exactly same words I am using for Americans. That we are not impressed by the might and power of the world's strongest military, because what we have seen is one by one, starting from F-35 to their choppers, Little Bird, to their flying tank, to their reconnaissance drones, to their Black Hawks, to their F-15 Eagles. They are being downed by Iranians. The same Iranians about whom multiple number of times Mr. Donald Trump has said that they have destroyed their air defense system. If they have already destroyed the air defense system, then there is a big question mark. By what they are hitting all these flying machines of United States of America? So the demonstration, the practical demonstration against any meaningful power by the United States Air Force in, I'll say, at least after, to be very frank, after the Second World War. And we are not impressed by their technology, by their military might, especially their Air Force might, which is the crown jewel of US military. Plus, we have also seen that the soft power or the alliances of United States of America. See, you can say that Saudi Arabia and all the other Middle East countries are allies of United States. But the bulk of alliance or the powerful section of alliance of United States comes from the Europeans, the Western Europeans particularly. And what we have seen that they have started maintaining distance from United States. When US asked for their airspace, it was denied. When Bahrain brought the bill in UN Security Council against Iran for Strait of Hormuz, it was blocked by Russia, China and France. So a country like France, which is one of the bulwark of Western alliance, is actually moving behind the alliance. You can understand whether things are moving for United States. Plus the kind of unpresidential language coming out of US president's tweets is something unprecedented, and this shows that something or most of the things are not going well, and he is in great pressure right now. We also saw the sacking of the US Chief of Army Staff plus other generals. We also saw the sacking of firing of Pam Bondi. So what I am seeing is that even in administration in Washington, there are big fissures, and those fissures are apparent. Even I think the secretary of their internal security, which is equivalent to home minister, has been sacked. So what is going on and what this whole story says? This shows that they are losing the war. See, our military hero, Mr. Dillon, he wrote a tweet and he said that, and I'm 100%, you can say, adopting his lines or the meaning of his line, that in no warfare, when a military is winning, they change their chief of army staff, but US has changed. That means they are losing the war. So they have actually lost this war, and all those rhetoric are coming because of that and why they have lost. Now let's discuss why they lost. Number one, they lost because of the will to fight by Iranians. They lost because of the nationalism or patriotism in Iranians. They lost because they thought that targeting civilian infrastructure in Iran will make people hostile to the regime. It never works out. If you target the civilian lives, if you target the civilian infrastructure, people will start rallying behind the national flag, and this is what I am observing in case of Iran. Plus, Iran, I think, is getting a lot of help from Russia and China. And I told in the start, or even before the start of the conflict, if the regime survives for 7 days and shows the will to fight, then the help will arrive from other countries, alliances. And Iran has actually developed its technology as well, indigenous technology, indigenous production. And if they can target F-35, which was known as the plane which can't be seen, so if they can see it by their systems, and there are talks that it is not the traditional radar system, but they have developed some kind of infrared system by themselves or by the help of Chinese or Russians, whatever. But they have developed that system, and that system is showing itself in the battlefield. And now when Trump is in panic, I think it may go in a very, very bad direction. See, there are 2 or 3 things. Trump may say to the Europeans that, okay, he does not need the Strait of Hormuz, but he did need it. He does need it for his dollar hegemony. Because if he leaves without opening of the Strait of Hormuz, then the dollar hegemony will collapse. And then they will have to quit all these bases and everything. So those things will be a problem for United States of America. So that is moving against Trump's vision, what he wants, and any Democrat or Republican will want, because US is surviving not because of its military, it is surviving and it is a hegemon because of its economy. And if once the petrodollar is shuttered down, the entire economic system of US will collapse. So he can't leave Strait of Hormuz, and that is the reason all those B word and F word he is tweeting. We are seeing that because of frustration. But if the same path continues, either he will have to accept Iranian demands. He might claim that we have won, and he is already saying all those things that we have destroyed all the targets, we have destroyed air defense system, but that air defense system is destroying their own aircrafts. So he will have to lose everything. He will have to accept the defeat of petrodollar. He will eventually have to vacate those bases, but if he does not, and he is bent upon staying there and preserving the hegemony, then this guy can go for what nobody expects, and it's the end thing, the nuclear thing. I don't know that, and frankly speaking, nobody knows that whether Iran has got some nuclear weapon or not. If they have got, and they have told that thing to the United States, that see, we are having these weapons, and if you are going to use against us, then we are going to reply in the same kind of manner, because they are replying in the kind which they are receiving. Then there will be no nuclear attack on Iran. Otherwise, mark my word, there will be a nuclear attack on Iran, and Iran will then use either a nuclear weapon if they have, or a dirty bomb, and it should be avoided. And I think diplomacy must work.